Oh, it's time already. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. This is Monday night here in the U.S. and our first weeknight Dharma talk. How is everyone today? Any complaints? Any problems? Any suggestions? Yes. 8.
Thank you, Master. Today I have a couple of questions. This is my second day of fasting, and I'm not fasting for a long time. It's only 4 days because I have to go back. And I experienced some symptoms, which I also did fasting 4 years ago, but I didn't experience this, so I was a little bit concerned. Some dizziness, which I was familiar, so I didn't worry about it. But then there was my heart was racing, and I had some chest discomfort, so I was a little bit worried. So I was wondering if these are all temporary, it'll go away.
Heart racing, chest discomfort. We hope it's temporary. Next question. What do you want from me? I'm no doctor.
Okay.
Well, would you believe me if I tell you anything?
Well, if it comes desperate...
Go see your doctor.
Yes.
Quick.
Yeah. My second question is about the visions we sometimes have. And I normally ignore those, but there are a couple of visions that I had after I came here, and it's quite different from what I had in the past. And I have a family situation where one family member is almost dying. We don't know. He can go anytime. So I was wondering, these visions I had, it was quite dark. And I wonder if we can tell some signs. Is it related sometimes? Oh, well, let me explain. This morning...
Can you be more specific, please?
Yes. We were reciting Emitofuo, in the morning, and I saw it's like two little brown figures about half a meter or maybe a little shorter around the window, and then there's another one on the floor, one after another, and I couldn't...
Here, DTT?
Yeah, here.
Oh my God.
I didn't see head or leg, but it was moving the shoulders up and down, and I'm not sure if it was laughing or trying to scare me. So there are two of them there. And a few days ago, I saw...
It's not Ray Zhuang's kids.
So, because...
Look like this? Thank you. Yeah?
Yeah,
so
our families are exchanging all these worries about when this... actually, it's my father-in-law. After he fell 3 weeks ago, he's almost confined in bed or a wheelchair, and he's 92 years old.
He had surgery and what? What kind of surgery?
Yes, he also had a surgery. He had a heart condition, and they did a surgery too, but then he was a healthy man, even though he was 92, but all of a sudden he had all kinds of complications, sodium shock and swelling, and doctors took care of everything, but still now he has dropped all the life energy. He can barely stay awake, and...
Almost time to go. I'm sorry. It means that towards the end of your life, people's lives, doesn't matter what age they are, but he has a good life, 90 years old. That's a pretty long life. if towards the end, usually you can tell because there's so many ailments, so many issues at the same time. There's no way you can fix them quickly enough. Okay, typically people would have one serious issue, like a heart condition, a stroke or something, right? But he has so many issues, okay, and so it's pretty clear that he's doesn't have much time left, okay. So you should prepare for his eventual departure.
I was more curious about whether there's something I saw is related to this situation or not.
Where is he?
He's at home
Home in Virginia.
No, he's in Missouri.
In Missouri?
Yes.
Okay. Why would a Korean person live in Missouri?
Oh, he's not Korean. He's my in-law family.
Oh, your in-law. Okay. Missouri?
Missouri.
You would marry someone whose parents live in Missouri?
Worked out like this.
Seriously? Never mind. So he's in Missouri. The two little things, little monster you saw this morning, right?
Yes.
Is here.
Yes, right here.
Right there, next to you.
Yeah, one on the windowsill and the other one on the floor.
On the floor.
He's doing like this.
Sure, not related to the shakers here? Okay, so what's your question again? Are they related?
I mean, why is it appear like this? Because
Lord knows. Only the Lord knows.
Okay, well, no answers for both questions. Thank you.
What? You expect me to know everything?
I thought you knew everything.
No, I don't. Visions are normal. It's when you cultivate, you open your heavenly eye temporarily, and you see things, and then they disappear, right? You know they're still there. Just for your information, he's laughing. So it's no big deal. You see them, so what? Are they threatening you? Are they like alien with and running towards you?
No.
Oh, you
worried.
Asian don't watch the movie Alien? No one watch Alien? You are so boring. How can you live out there? I'm a monk. I know more about movies than you. What is the matter with you? Anyway, the matter with me, I mean. Go back and get and rent a movie called Alien. One of the most scary things. You know, there's a little extraterrestrial thing. They run around very fast. And you can't shoot at them because you miss it so fast, and they get you and they jump right into your face with all their legs, and they grab your head and they kiss you. How did we get to Alien, by the way? So, yeah, you see things, that's normal, it's nothing to worry about. Don't react. You see things, don't do anything. They come and go. Your visions will come and go, they're nothing.
No, my concern was whether my father-in-law is going to die soon.
Most likely, yeah. Soon, depending, I don't know what you mean by soon, but physically, he's barely hanging on. So you better prepare for his departure. Okay. As far as your heart palpitations and discomfort, is a good thing. If you don't die, it'll be a good thing. If you die, hopefully you go to the Pure Land. Hang in there and see what happens.
I think if I die in the temple while cultivating, I think I'll go to Pure Land.
You have such high expectations. You poor thing. Okay, hopefully it should be okay, right? Talk to the abbot. What do I know? Maybe he knows something. She had heart pains, and so it means that she has heart issues. When you're fasting, these problems pop up when it tells you that you have certain issues. So actually, it's a good thing that they're manifesting. You should, I think, if you were to go back and have a checkup, the doctor might find something. And if not, then it's a lot more serious than you folks realize.
Actually, after I became vegetarian about 12 years ago, I could not take coffee because my heart was racing whenever I drink coffee.
Mm-hmm. Mine too. If I drink coffee now, strong cup of coffee, my heart will palpitate. Strong coffee is very bad for you. It messes up your nervous system. I didn't drink coffee for a long, long time. One day, when I first started 16 years ago, I used to drive up here from Los Angeles on the weekend to teach by invitation. And we stopped by a place, and because I was sleepy, like 5 in the morning, very sleepy, 6 in the morning, so we stopped and got some coffee. I haven't drank coffee for a long, long time. And my heart, I had heart palpitations. And eventually it went away. Oh, nothing to worry about. Okay? See if it gets worse. If it gets worse, go see a doctor. Anything else? Yes, 6.
Cordelia's question, when we do chant, it helps us increase our grade in Pure Land. For those who don't do chant that got help from Master with 49 days, how do we help them increase their grade, Emitofuo?
Increase the blessings. Your grade your rebirth grade is based on a couple of things. Number one, your samadhi level. And so the upper rebirth grade would be around first stage Arhat or higher. So those you either claim that you're in the sound hearer range, if you make it to the Pure Land, you'll be, the 1%. I mean, not the 1%. You'll be in the superior grade range. So it helps, it pays to work hard now, okay, and get to high levels of samadhi. And the other is the blessings. There's some people who don't cultivate at all. Like you asked Mr. Buffet, he doesn't cultivate, but he'll be, he's going to go to the Pure Land, he's going to be just so high up there, because he has tremendous blessings. Right? Anyone else? Yes, Minsuk. 7.
네, 오늘 불치를 하면서 겪은 특별한 경험을 나누고 싶습니다. 그동안 아미타불을 의식적으로 빠르게 하려 했는데 잘 되지 않았습니다. 그런데 오늘 의식하지 않았는데 그 일이 일어났습니다. 마치 일정 속도가 되면 비행기가 뜨는 것처럼 자연스러운 일이었습니다. 아미타불이 아니라 하는 순간에 미타불이 따라왔습니다. 한순간에 그런 일이 일어났습니다. DTT에서 함께 불칠하던 사람들이 다 사라졌습니다. 그리고 DTT도 사라졌습니다. 이후에 이제 D종을 듣고 깨어났는데 이런 특별한 경험을 나누고 싶습니다. 감사합니다.
You want to say hello to your wife? You don't? No, you don't. Okay. Have a good time. Yes, translation.
Fochi, I'd like to share my experience. What I tried so far was that consciously I try to recite Emitofuo and try to recite fast. But it was, things were not happening and I wasn't really able to recite fast. But something happened. I was continuing to recite, and as if a plane take off at certain speed, when I said instead of Emitofuo, suddenly the Emitofuo followed. And people in DTT disappear, and also DTT temple disappear. And then I woke up when the bell rang. Thank you.
Shall we tell him the bad news? Go ahead, policewoman, give it to him. When did it happen? He doesn't even speak English. How is it possible? It's only supposed to happen to only people who speak English. When did it happen? Morning? He speaks English? That explains it. Okay. What does it mean, Master Abbot? What does it mean? Four. Are you still fasting or you gave up?
No, I was still fasting.
You're fasting, yeah. Oh, well.
Master, I think he's enter samadhi because he start with the sound A and the
Just the sound A?
and then the mind
Not even Amitabul.
Yeah.
You realize he said A, it's not like
follow.
right? It's not even. Clearly, he should recite in English only. Don't do in Korean anymore. Yeah. How come you guys have such a good states and I got nothing? Anyone else has any good state? Male come. Yeah. 9.
Master, I've been experiencing a lot of the different states and hearing sounds like swirls, like.
No, that's the wind from the window here. Next.
And during the evening ceremony, I felt like I was floating, and that was the state. And
That's from the incense. Okay, what else?
then I felt like I was in a bubble or something.
In a bubble?
But it didn't last long. And then I felt my ears and my top of my head get real warm, and then it went away.
You know, when we finished the altar here, the altar behind me, zoom out a little bit for people to see, although they can't zoom out, it's a fixed zoom. Cheap camera. God, we spend so much money on this thing. Can't even zoom. Anyway. Just a little? That's all you can see? That's all you can zoom? How much do we spend for this camera, by the way? Peter, what happened to him? Just when we're finding out it doesn't work, Peter disappears. Okay. So this humongous thing here, eventually you see that is designed to look like, supposedly, to evoke an image of a cloud. So that when you recite the Buddha's name here in the Buddha Hall, it's like you're floating on a cloud. And that's what has happened to him clearly. What else do you have? That's it? 9.
That's it, but I have a question about the Pure Land.
Okay.
I know we're supposed to practice compassion and learn about the Pure Land, but if somebody dies, and I think my mind thinks that they don't deserve a better life than what I have here in the Saha world, should we put effort into putting them in the Pure Land?
So you feel they don't deserve to go there?
Yes, Master. Like somebody that keeps on double cross me.
Double crossing you definitely doesn't deserve to go.
A family member. And I mean, are we supposed to just put energy into putting people in the Pure Land that we know that died, or people that we think deserve to go?
It's a tough one. Should we only allow people who deserve to go? But you seem to forget it's Amitabha's choice, decision, not ours. All we can do is ask for his permission. If he agrees, they go. If he disagrees, nothing we can do. Okay? So is it a matter about allowing people who deserve to go to the Pure Land? What happened to those people who are pretty nasty, who don't go to the Pure Land, you think?
Definitely fall to the lower realm.
They were born in Russia. Just kidding, Russians, love you. My point here is I'm joking, of course. I'm always joking. The point here is that if they don't go to the Pure Land, what happens to them? They still revolve in a wheel. They come back. They could be sitting next to you next. Would you like that? Look next to you. Suppose the person who sits next to you is actually a serial killer. Would you like that? Definitely, they don't deserve to go to the Pure Land. Agree? So they come back, and they'll be sitting next to you. Or they'll be born in Missouri. Wouldn't that be terrible? So, your argument, sir, is that you say these people don't deserve to go. What about the counter argument? True, they don't deserve to go, but do we deserve their company? Have you thought about it? Think about it. And if You say these people don't deserve to live. They don't belong here. They put them in jail. Assuming you're right. Okay? It's only a temporary thing. They'll be paroled or eventually come out, or they recycle in the real reincarnation and come back here and become your brother, your sister. Would you like that? And you both will be orangutans. They don't know orangutan. That's why I want them. Monkeys. Killer monkeys. Wouldn't that be terrible? See, you haven't thought things through, my friend. You just think that they don't deserve to go, but where are we going to go next? They're still around. They probably will, reborn next lifetime in South Carolina and be the neighbors of your parents. Would you like that? Or be born as an exquisite-looking lady you fall in love with. Would you like that? Oh, look at that. Chris says, yeah. Can I sign up? Instead, I submit to you such people, if you have the foresight, send them to the prison in a Pure Land. Policewoman likes it. She says, yeah, why didn't I think of it? Yeah, that's what we did. Osama bin Laden, when he was killed, Sin's brother, late brother, he's brilliant. He said, you know what? I don't want him to come back here. He says, Master, you according to your what I learned from you, he's going to go down to the hells, right? I said, yeah, for a long, long time. And so then he said, but it's not forever. I said, that's correct. So he says, can I send him to Pure Land? I say, maybe. And so I explained to him that for people like him, he can go to the Pure Land, but he'll be. It's not that dramatic, right? But he'll be born into the jail of the Pure Land, where Wan Yin Bodhisattva will be watching over him, teaching him, re-educating him, so that when he's ready, he'll be released to the Pure Land population. So we're free of them. Wouldn't that be cool? So we're getting rid of the world of such individuals who are terrible, will be bad for our world. So he's in jail right now in the Pure Land. He's not suffering at all, by the way. Jail there is sort of like Cancun. Yes, 6.
Peter is actually here. He's couching it.
He's what?
He's actually here. He's couching it, Master, on my iPhone in NBA Finals Game 5 on the big screen.
What's happening now? Now he's really, ouch, that hurts. Peter's bragging now. He says, I'm watching an NBA game and you can't. Okay, what's the score? Never mind.
Yeah,
I checked myself. God, you guys are slow.
Daniel also has a comment. He says, I believe everyone deserves to go to heaven.
Daniel who? Not the other one, not the good one. It's the other one.
That's like Daniel.
everyone deserves to go to the heavens. It's false advertising. For them, unless you believe, you will fall into purgatory. Osama bin Laden was a Muslim. He didn't believe in God. He's like the infidel. He deserves to die and deserves to suffer and go to the hells. So don't believe Daniel. Daniel is making false promises. Follow us, it's better. Yes, go first.
Dạ con xin có câu hỏi tiếp về Bin Laden.
Can we close it, please? I have a draft that sort of blows at my face. If I defend myself, I can't smile anymore. I'll be looking like this the rest of the hour. Yeah, sorry.
A Di Đà Phật. Dạ con xin hỏi thêm về Bin Laden. Con hiểu rằng với lòng từ bi không giới hạn thì Đức Phật A Di Đà cũng đón tiếp ông ấy về cảnh giới cực lạc. Nhưng mà riêng về luật nhân quả thì với những cái tội lỗi giết người quá nhiều như vậy của ông ấy, thì ông ấy sẽ gánh cái hậu quả như thế nào và lúc nào? A Di Đà Phật.
Emitofuo, I have a follow-up question in regard to Bin Laden. I understand that with the kindness and compassion without boundary of Amitabha Buddha, he welcomed him to Western Bliss Pure Land. However, the law of cause and effect is still inactive. Is still active. He killed a lot of people like that. Then what kind of retribution he would receive, and when would it mature?
Okay. First of all, if you decide to send me hate mail, please send it to my address in the Pure Land. Because I know some of you are pretty upset and say, how could you help with such a bad person? Okay, I don't care what the Master says, but to promote something, helping these bad people and so forth, these mass murderers, it's unconscionable. They should pay. They will pay. When the rebirth of Pure Land only postpones such retributions. The Pure Land Dharma is that, never mind about him, the Pure Land Dharma is about you. If you screw up, you commit severe offenses this lifetime, for sure, you will have to undergo a retribution, okay? But you can delay them. This is what's beautiful about the Pure Land Dharma door. You cannot cheat. If you create offenses, you have to pay for those offenses. However, going to the Pure Land delays those consequences until you come back here to the Saha world. Then you pay big time here. Very much like when you create offenses. Okay, you have those causes, those offenses, the seeds need to mature eventually. Then you undergo the suffering. Okay? So for example, when you're suffering, you're miserable right now, it's because you had killing karmas before. And when you're killing someone in the past, okay, before they die. So now, part of your retribution is that, when you meditate, and you try to meditate, and those seeds mature, and now you have to undergo retribution. Okay? That's how it is. Yes, 5.
Yeah, cảm ơn thầy. I just want to first say thank you for hosting this Ho Chi. Is my first time to Thai, all the venerables, all the volunteers. When I first came in on Saturday, I felt the energy, and it was very calming and strong. So I'm really thankful for that. I actually have a few questions, and I feel that it's probably holes in my understanding. But my first question is regarding the Warren Buffett comment. If he has enough blessings to be at the stage of a bodhisattva, does that mean that blessings supersede or can bypass cultivation, or did he cultivate in his past lives?
He cultivated in his past life. Okay, next.
And then my second question is, if we're taught to look at vow and faith, then and cultivation, then for someone to be helped in this life without cultivation or faith, I guess I'm trying to understand like what criteria Amitabha would use to look at who he chooses to take in.
What criteria? I can't speak for him. He has his own mind, I guess. But what can we do to help them? If we can rephrase it that way. How can we make a case for others who don't cultivate? Okay, and that's the strength of the Pure Land Dharma door. Pure Land Dharma door, as such, that unlike the Asian, where the majority of them are so desperate just to get to the Pure Land. If you are so desperate to go to the Pure Land, if you're not sure you can go to Pure Land, how can you possibly help others go to the Pure Land? Okay, and this is where I really have tremendous respect. Credit should be given when it's due to Master YongHua's teaching and the way he taught his disciples. The senior disciples are very, very decent people. They're very truthful. They don't try to give information that they don't know. The low level, well, you can't blame them. The low-level disciples have to make a living, have to earn their place, so they say stupid things. That's understandable. But the people who are in a leadership position would not say much about Pure Land because you don't know. Don't say anything because you create offenses by teaching things that will cause people to fall instead of increasing the chance for rebirth, you actually are confusing them. Then you yourself are doing a disservice to the Dharma, to yourself, and to your followers. This is very important, okay? We have to think as monks and nuns or as lay people who are advocating a Pure Land Dharma door, you have to think long terms. I've seen, for example, in Master Jin Kung's group, where I met, quite a few of them walk around in an attitude, don't worry, you go, when you die, I send you to the Pure Land. And I chuckle, I look at this particular woman, I said, you send someone to the Pure Land? You only, after 30 years of practicing reciting Buddha's name, you only made it to first stage Arhat. You can send people to the Pure Land? So we monks should go to you for help or what? Seriously? That's insulting to me as a monk. How dare you? How would your teacher allow you to speak like this? If any of you speak like that, I'll be the first one to hit you on the head. How dare you? You're destroying the Pure Land Dharma door. You have such an attitude. You speak nonsense like that. Have you done it before? Are you sure you can do it? So anyway, so you have these. This is what I have problems with the existing Pure Land practices. You allow these idiots to walk around and make false claims that are actually causing people to not believe in the Pure Land Dharma door. For example, I went to Korea, I started teaching Pure Land. Of course, I have a big mouth. You ever notice? My mouth is pretty big. And I offend people left and right. And that's part of my fun. Come on. Why do you think I'm doing this? What for? Okay, anyway. So I started saying, you don't understand Pure Land Dharma door and so forth. So there's a Korean group, okay, a Pure Land group, which is a good thing. They advocate reciting Buddha's name, and these lay people would get together and bypass the monks and nuns and practice among themselves. They say, I understand more because you read from the same sources I do. Okay, and so they heard I said things about Pure Land, and they said, is he for real? So what they did is they called Master YongHua's temples. You're the expert, you're Mahayana expert, right? So is he for real? And of course the answer is, of course not. They talk to idiots. Okay, and those people, you see, they're doing more harm for the Pure Land Dharma door than actually are helping. You don't know. Shut up, say so, you don't know. Don't try to confuse people. Okay? So I have a problem with these Asian Pure Land practitioners going around. In spite of their goodwill, their good intentions, they're doing it wrong. They're destroying Pure Land Buddhism to me. Okay? I'm very upset about it. I'm disappointed that you can tell, for example, now that Jin Kung is dead, okay? All due respect to all the good things he did. He did a lot of good things. He's a third stage Arhat. How can a third stage Arhat, which is basically not even the peak, the top of Hinayana practitioners, know anything about the Pure Land? A fourth stage Arhat Pratyeka Buddha has no way of getting to the Pure Land. How can a third stage Arhat, it's much lower, even consider, dream of going there? So you see the signs. Number one, he has no left home people disciples at all. They are the most troublesome. These are the Judas that will kill you, will denounce you. You know? Right there. One day, when I offend him, when I beat him up, when I criticize him, make him look bad in front of everyone, he's going to say, the heck with you. I think you're a phony. This is why, if I'm a phony, I do not want him close to me. I'd rather have you who only comes to the temple once in a blue moon. Much easier to deal with you. That's a big sign right there. If you're a Pure Land or a teacher, you don't have anyone, you're training for the next generation, you need to pass on your knowledge to the next generation. And these are the first ones who will betray you. And when I get older, he'll be probably one of the few who will imprison me in my quarters and don't allow anyone to come see me, so that he gets all the properties. So it happens to monks. That's why, if you're smart, you don't want to have monk disciples. Okay? So that's the first sign of trouble right there for Jing Gong. But people are so stupid. If you really understand the Pure Land Dharma door, it's your job to pass it on to the next generation. Isn't it? Who taught you the Pure Land Dharma door? Whoever taught it to you, isn't it your responsibility to pass it on? That's how you show your gratitude. Right? So if you have no monks, you pass it on to a lay person like you, who only comes to the temple once a day, once in a blue moon, once a week, once in a month, once a year. Of course, you bring the big check, right? That's always helpful. You see the problem? There's issues right there, immediately, number one. Number two, I don't blame you for not understanding he's only a third stage arhat. That's why the Koreans, Sunnis over there, are not impressed. Because the Korean Sunnis over there, in Korea, not out here in the US. The good ones are in Korea. They're very strong. They're much higher than a third stage arhat. That's why they never could catch on in Korea, because the disciples of those Sunnis are much higher than third stage arhats. Many of them. Many monks and nuns are much higher than third stage arhats. That's why they can never compete with them. You walk in a place like this, you feel peaceful. Why? Because our samadhi level is higher than you. Just a fact of life. If we're not higher than you, how can we teach you? How can we help you? So you see all those things, and the Asians are so superstitious. I call Pure Land Buddhism in Asia primarily superstition, because they're greedy. They say, you greed. They said, go to the Pure Land. I help you go to Pure Land. Don't worry. I recite Buddha's name when you die, and I send you to the Pure Land. Impossible. So Pure Land Buddhism in Asia is primarily superstition and wishful thinking. Right? And of course, I look at many things, like I see what they do for practices, and I chuckle and say, this is how you train people and help them go to the Pure Land, develop skills so that they can go to the Pure Land on their own. Good luck. Anyway, so I feel that life is like that. You do some good things, you also do some bad things. I feel Jing Gong, may he rest in peace. He did very good things. He's a good monk. He's a pure monk. He's not a bad monk. But what he did for Pure Land Buddhism is Outrageous to me. So when he died, I talked to Amitabha Buddha. I said, I know he's well loved and a lot of people will try to help him, but I have one who would object to you allowing him to go to the Pure Land. To guess where he is right now? In the heavens, for third dhyanas, third stage arhats. That means he's a good dude. Okay? He's a good monk. That's how he made it. Be careful. You don't want to mess with don't be stupid and try to become famous and try to get, what is it? He has temples and so forth and fame and so forth. And then what? He could have gone to the Pure Land had he not tried to screw it up. I have a problem with that because now I'm still alive. I'm left holding on to trying to clean up the mess he made. We have a bunch of idiots out there, lay people, who are walking around, don't worry, I send you to the Pure Land. Don't worry. Come and join us. See, we have temples, we have money, we take care of you. Nonsense. And when I say that, of course, they're going to turn their guns on me. Little me. The fact is if they're strong, how come they cannot go into places like Korea? Korea Buddhism is very strong. Stronger than people realize. Could be a lot stronger, but they're a lot stronger than most Asian nations. They have a good system there. And you can tell they cannot get in because the Dharma cannot measure up. They cannot. For example, I tell you, I ask any of them to come here and try to teach you. You'd be laughing at them. You're too strong for them. How did we get there again? I digress a lot. So catch me and say, hey, Master, you're digressing. Go back to the main theme. So yes, they can go to Pure Land right now because the Dharma enables them to go to the Pure Land. Okay, but eventually they have to undergo retribution. In other words, quoting another person, God is fair. Yes, 6.
There's comments and questions. Apple says, comments, in response to Malcolm's question, Daniel actually slipped that everyone deserves to go to the Pure Land. And Samson now has questions.
Yes. Amen is my commentary to Apple. I hope you're happy with beware. When you marry Daniel, his faith forces you to convert all your children to Catholicism. But we still love you. Yes, go ahead, continue.
Samson's questions, he's got several questions here. If there is no suffering in the Pure Land prison, how would someone like Osama bin Laden learn to be a better person? Question 2 is, what do these prisoners do in the Pure Land prison? And
that's question 2 is what?
Question 2 is, what do these prisoners do in the Pure Land prison?
Making Nike shoes.
In the prison, yes.
Question 3. Also, if Osama is now in the Pure Land, why would he choose to come back to the Saha world and suffer the consequences of his actions? And, that's it from Sansom. I also got a question from Peter and comment.
So the first question is?
First question.
That's my attention span. 5 seconds.
If there is no suffering in the Pure Land prison, how would someone like Osama bin Laden learn to be a better person?
Because you're taught to be a better person. You have a teacher who says, be a good boy. Whereas when he was here, his teacher says, it's okay to be a bad boy, basically. There's no justification in the Pure Land. There's nothing in the Pure Land that says, it's okay to be a bad boy. It's okay to hurt others. There's no such teachings. Whereas here, we have such teachings, right? It's okay. As long as it's okay to hurt someone, as long as you get what you want. Sound familiar? Yeah? It's okay to hurt the Buddhists because they're bad people, they're evil people. Yes? No such teachings in the Pure Land at all. None. So imagine your entire life, Sangvuksuni. All you can hear is that you're such a good person. Everyone's such a good person. The word bad never crossed your mind. How can you possibly be a bad person? Sangvuk, answer that. Yeah. He said, can I rest? I just did the evening ceremony and you put me to work again? Okay, sweet girl in the back, answer for her. I didn't mention names and she knows I'm calling on her.
Thank you, Master. I also suffer from short attention span. Can you repeat the question? Thank you.
I forgot too. Forget it. Okay, moving on. So what's second question again? You forgot too? God, this is a contagious thing. It's worse than COVID. Six.
What do these prisoners do in the Pure Land prison?
What do they do? I have no idea. Never been there before. Okay? If you happen to be there, you find out. Okay? Next. Good Lord, why do you care to know what happens in the prison? I mean, it's like, I don't believe it, I can't believe it. Okay, we ignore that. Okay, number 3.
Also, if Osama is now in the Pure Land, why would he choose to come back to the Saha world and suffer the consequences of his actions?
Because he's looking for Malcolm Tyler. He says, when I die, Malcolm said, I want you to go, I hope you go to hell and suffer forever. Didn't you? And so, guess what? Osama bin Laden, well, he'll one day he wakes up and says, oh, there's someone I really want to see back in the Sahara world. And he can't wait to get back and find Malcolm. Anyone else? There's the goal for us. Let's stop the Peter thing here. The sound, the audio is pretty good. I'm impressed. It's kind of ugly, all these speakers, but they seem to work pretty well. I'm very appearance thing, you know. I'm vain, I guess. Sorry. Go first. Go ahead.
Thank you, Master. I have a question following your information. What is the whole point of delay the karmic retribution when you're in Pure Land?
The more you open your big mouth, the more they make life impossible for you. Pretty soon I run out of things to tell you. Why delay it? Why can't I just suffer right now? I love to suffer. Are you sort of like masochist? You know what masochist mean? I can't trust you Asians to know what I'm talking about. Min Suk, explain them what masochist is. Don't pretend now. Sang-wook, explain to him what masochist is. Sang-wook, I can't believe it. She did the ceremony and I'm so happy. Huh? So the lady in Gold Forest, he says, I don't want to delay the suffering. I want to suffer right now. Is that what you mean?
No, Master.
But that's what it happens. You go to Pure Land, everything is delayed. They can't access you. They can't reach you. That's why. They want to get at you, but they can't. That's why delayed. Meaning they wait and wait and wait until they have a chance at you. Is that clear? So, you prefer to deal with them now or you want it later? And she might say, no, later, because if I can delay, why not? Precisely, then go to the Pure Land. Yes. But
does it mean that
no.
When
Liang is saying, I'm so glad I'm there. I don't want to be near such people who want to suffer right now. They're weird. Yeah, continue.
Does it mean that when it happened, we are stronger?
What happens?
You know it?
I mean, like when you're in pain, you're stronger, or what? Be careful what you're asking. Oh, these Vietnamese are so boring. They don't know what I'm talking about. I know masochism, sadism, You know what I'm talking about, Professor Jane? You do? You do. Naughty girl. Malcolm. Yeah. Finish your question.
So, if we get the karmic retribution now, we might not be able to handle it well.
Did someone whisper in your ears or what? Yunga, did you do that? Anyo, she says. Anyo. What's the matter with this woman? I don't understand. She says, what's the point in delaying my suffering? I want to suffer now. Never mind about that when you can handle it or not. My point is, I want to suffer now. That's why I ask about masochism. Anyway, masochist is someone who likes pain, like my disciples. All the monks and nuns under me, except for Sangwok Sunim. I abused them. I hurt them, except for her. Isn't that right, Sangwok Sunim? Is that right? Okay, Peter, let's go back to Peter. 6.
There's also other questions too. Peter has a comment question. Thank you, Master, for clarifying it is up to Buddha who goes to the Pure Land. What is the best resume we can present to help us get there, to be accepted? P.S. The Nuggets won the championship.
I missed it again. Next time, you talk. There's things that are important in life. Well, congratulations, Peter. God. What was the question again?
What is the best resume we can present to help us get there to be accepted to the Pure Land?
Well, primarily that don't be like the Asians, Peter. Peter is kind of pale-faced. So we have different Dharma, but pale-faced versus Asian face like you. So don't be like the Asian who says, I just want to go Pure Land. What kind of resume can I polish to prepare me to go to the Pure Land? That's Asian, dude. That's Asian attitude. We American, we say, I want to go Pure Land. You hear? We have, of course, when American Pure Land, where the Asians, they don't quite know how, but for example, we have things like pre-arranged 49-day. The Pure Land Dharma door, one of the very important Dharma doors is the Dharma door that Shakyamuni Buddha taught us, the 49-day service. After you die, during 49 days, you must create enough blessings for you to go to the Pure Land. And so the Asians, the way they do it is they wait until after you die and go to the temple and request it. I feel it's sort of short-sighted and not very smart, because you want to go to Pure Land, why have to wait? Rearrange, make the pre-arranged 49-day service. Okay, don't be like the Asians who are afraid to do that because they're superstitious. They feel that if they do the pre-49-day service, it means that they will die sooner, earlier. It's not true. It's superstition. Okay, and so there are lots of things you can do to polish your resume per se. So the best deal to me, if you're only desperate to go to the Pure Land, like the Asians are, do a pre-arranged 49-day, not only for yourself, but for your parents. It's a very powerful tool where you can help not only yourself, but also the people you love, or people you hate in some cases. All right? Go for it. And there's more, of course.
Hello, Master. Sorry, I think this question may have been discussed, but it's not very clear to me. What happens if someone has a pre-49 days plaque, but nobody was able to inform the temple of that person's passing away? Would the pre-49 days still be effective?
No, you have to inform us. It's not our job to keep track of whether you live or you die. Okay, we're too busy. And so if you you request a pre-49 and your family doesn't inform us, then you will miss the window and opportunity. And but eventually, when we find out, for example, in like 100 years, we know you cannot live that long, and then those pre-49 days that are not performed will be automatically, and I want you to make a note of this, you, my followers, will be automatically converted to a rebirth back. We don't want to take your money for nothing. Okay? The objective is to help you get to the Pure Land. All right, anyone else?
A Di Đà Phật. Dạ thưa thầy, dạ con cũng có khuyên một vài người bạn trẻ thỉnh trước pháp 49 ngày cho chính mình. Thì họ nói rằng họ sẽ chết trước thầy. Xin lỗi, họ nói là họ sẽ ra đi sau khi thầy đã mệnh chung, đã viên tịch. Thì nếu như vậy thì ai sẽ người làm cái pháp 49 ngày đó thế cho thầy được ạ? Đó là những người trẻ họ có những cái câu hỏi rất là phũ phàng.
And don't get it. I can be as brutal as well. You think you're doing me a favor? Don't get it. Translation.
Emitofuo, Master, I also advise several youngsters that they should request the pre-49 days Dharma. So they themselves told me that they probably live longer than Master. So after Master passed away or entering stillness, who will represent Master to perform this 49-day service? The word ฟูฟ่าง, I don't understand.
Brutal.
I apologize. So these young people nowadays, sometimes they ask very brutal questions like that.
Ouch, I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt. They don't believe me. Then why get it? The Pure Land Dharma door requires you to have faith. You don't have faith? Why should we care? Again, for you? Seriously? You're so special, I need you to believe me? You're so important, I need you to believe me? Because, let's see, you give me this temple. You pay for my mortgage. You kiss my feet. You adore me. So I'm supposed to need you to believe me to help you? Stay away. Don't go near my temple. I'm too busy to worry about people like you. You think it's easy to go to the Pure Land? You think the Buddha would do it? Suppose that person would say, "Okay, Master, I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. But you know what? I know you need money. So here's $1 billion for you to build your Pure Land centers. One in Korea, one in Florida. Not Florida, never Florida. Chicago, maybe." Okay? I tell you what, I shove this money into your mouth. You take it. You send me a Pure Land, you hear? And Sir, I would get on my knees. Sir, I'm so grateful. You know, I'm so grateful. You give me so much money. Now I can fly into space and come back. It might cost me $500 million, but at least I can come back and do it twice. That's all the Pure Land is worth to you? $1 billion? And you dare ask me that I have to kiss up to you to help you go to the Pure Land? Get out of here. Yes, 9. I'm calm. Yes, 9.
Thank you, Master. So how was this system created, like the one where we have the hells and all this, like karmic retribution?
One more time.
Sorry. How is this system created, where we have the hells, where we have the Pure Land, and the heavens?
It just happened naturally. It's just like when you plant a seed, when the conditions are ripe, there'll be a sprout. All those natural conditions that will make it happen. They're quite complicated. Only the Buddha really knows exactly what goes into each happening. We don't have enough information. We don't have that kind of wisdom, to be honest with you. That's why I'm never impressed by someone who says, I know you're suffering because you hit Malcolm in the head in a prior life. Now he wants to hit you, and so forth. It's not the total picture. You don't realize you hit Malcolm actually it's more than that. You stole from her as well. And so she got upset at you. She went to Malcolm and told Malcolm to beat you up. They only tell you on Malcolm, they don't see actually Jane was behind it. You see, the people who say, why is happening to me? And someone said, it happened because of Malcolm. And they're so impressed. I didn't even work on Malcolm. But they forget it. Actually, Jane is a real culprit. So what do you want to know? You want to know why? Who? Or you want to know how to fix it? Yes, go first.
A Di Đà Phật. Dạ, hồi nãy con nghĩ rằng con nói không rõ là cái người trẻ.
I don't care, I'm upset now. I mean, I don't want to hear it anymore.
Họ rất là tin tưởng ở thầy. Họ rất là tin tưởng ở thầy, cho nên họ chỉ chấp vào thầy thôi. Do đó là họ không biết là sau thầy thì những người đệ tử của thầy có giúp được hay không. Cái vấn đề là chỗ đó.
Okay, calm down. Translation.
Emitofuo, Master, I think what I just talked to you back then, I think that I did not clarify myself enough. So I think these young people very believe in you and they attach to you. Therefore, they don't know what happened when the person after you would be able to help them or not. Therefore, they don't understand about that part.
I want to address the person who said that, okay? I believe in your master. My answer is, I don't believe you. Prove it. When I die, prove it. When I die, are you willing to drink poison so that we die together? I'm still upset. Why is that? They say, I believe you, but I'm just asking that, if you're not going to do, who's going to do it, after you die? So you think that I would tell you to do something called pre-49 day, and then after I die, you can't get help? So basically, what makes me any different from a person who says, I send you to Finland, I promise. And I'm not supposed to get upset? Hai sang ngok. I'm calm. God, what is the matter with you? Is that the woman next to you, YongHua?
Dạ không phải câu này.
You guys really, it's funny that when Jin Kung, when he's still alive, when he said, I promise you go Pure Land, give you promised land, no one asked him any of such questions. I read Jin Kung's question and answers. 75% of his answers are wrong. His first stage Arhat, what does he know? Okay, but that's okay. But no one asked him this kind of question, why don't you do pre-49 day? Because you can't. You can't win with these people. Yes, 6.
There's several.
Good thing I taught myself to endure it. I'm enduring this. Yes, 6.
Several comments. Diego says, Amitofuo Master, I think Amitabha Buddha will send Osama when the time is proper for him to come back and use those retributions as an expedient to improve.
Don't speak for Amitabha Buddha, Diego. Cut it out.
Apple says, thank you, Master. It was only because of your 49 days Dharma that helped me to be in peace when my dad passed away. Thank you, Master. I really don't know how I would be without your 49 days Dharma.
Okay, then you're welcome. But don't if you marry Daniel, don't turn your kids into Catholics.
Peter says, thank you, Master. I'm so glad Jeannie and I have done the pre-arranged 49 days for us and my parents. Thank you for the instruction and opportunity to do so.
Okay, you're welcome. Finally, a young person who believes. So, when I die, will you accompany me, Peter? We wait for his answer. Don't go anywhere. Anyone else while he's typing his answer? Any other questions? Yes, 2.
Thank you, Master. I just want to have...
Yeah, be careful. I'm kind of incensed right now, so don't provoke me anymore.
I just have a comment that
yeah.
I would like to say thank you so much. The first time I met you is when COVID arrived in our world, and you were so kind. I remember you ran into Go Forest and you said, hey, I have gift for everybody. And then you gave us the oil that you say, go rub it on your body when you are sick and sit and all this advising us. And back then I was so ignorant. I don't know how good the oil is. And then we have it sit in our altar. Whenever I get a cold, I put it on my chest. But my husband recently, he can send energy. And sometimes he walk out and he can send negative energy and it's bother him. He told me, he said, no, you don't know how powerful this is. it's like all the statues around our house is not as powerful as the master oil. His oil is
Yeah.
no, seriously. My husband, he say that it's so powerful. It's like a wave that woof in your body when you take it, and he not only put it on his body, but he even drink it.
Even one taker is laughing.
So
he
thank you, Master.
never smiles, you know that?
He
the whole time.
believed. I think Master one time believed. Thank you, Master. Yeah.
You're welcome. And we should maybe should start charging for the oil. Now everyone knows it's very powerful. Okay, how much per ounce, you think? Yeah, yes, 6.
Peter's response, yes, let's go. Buy the ticket, take the ride.
You guys all talk. So what's the final score? God, what is this, these people? 94-89. Oh, well. All right, anyone else? Any more jokers out there? JMT. Oh, wow. Be careful, I'm in a foul mood right now. Okay, don't ask anything that will make me more incensed. Go ahead, JMT.
단톡방에 올라온 질문입니다. 안녕하세요. 이표 장수환입니다. 강아지도 미리 자식구제를 신청할 수 있는지 궁금합니다. 4월에 영화 스님과 상담할 때 강아지가 2달 남았다고 하셨고 벌써 6월이 되었습니다. 그래서 미리 신청할 수 있으면 신청하려 합니다. 감사합니다.
Hi, Master. I had a talk in April. It's about my dog. You told me that my dog has only 2 months left, and now it's June. So can I also request for pre-49 days for a dog? Thank you.
Yes. 2 months left. Did I say that? I made predictions. When I do that, please don't believe me. Because you make me sound like I'm a merchant of death. You know, it's coming, so. Did I really say that? I usually don't say those things. Okay. It sounds bad. Sounds so bad. But yes, definitely, you can do a pre-49 day. Do pre-49 days, and your dog can go a little bit faster than a 49 day. That's why. You don't realize that during the 49 days is a lot of suffering for people. It's not fun. Okay, anyone else? Look at that, they advertise in Bundang, South Korea. The Koreans are so subtle, you know. My Korean disciples are very subtle. Good Lord. But it's speaking about it. A few things I'd like to discuss with you. It seems like we are in a direction. When I first started teaching, as per my Chinese teachers' instructions, suggestions, tickets and instructions, I followed his style of training because I saw the results of his disciples that he produced in his disciples, his Heng disciples. Pretty impressive. Probably that they are the proof that Mahayana was in the West. You not talk, it's a proof. And so that's why I copycat. I was a copycat. And so I started by focusing on the Chanchi, and we started by 3 weeks, and it went up to 5, to 7, to 9. What is it, 9 weeks now? 10 now? 10. And I'm thinking of cutting back. It's so much work for no one, for very few people. Okay, and unreasonable, because in the cities, who can afford to take 11 weeks out of their busy lives to go? And we all keep our temples open for 11 weeks for 1 or 2 people. It's not very efficient use of our time. So I'm thinking of cutting back, okay, where I would rather do shorter, like Samaji here, we do like 3 weeks and so forth. It's much more manageable for you, okay, to come, and you have more choices, okay, where you can do, you can go like, we can organize one in the Wei Mountain, one at DTT, one at Go Force or something like that, or eventually when we have a bigger place in Korea, we can do one in Korea for Asia in particular, for example, because it's very far for you to go. And so this year will be the last year we have our 10-week thing. We will go back to 100 days when I have my own Chan center in the future. That will teach you how to do 100 days, and we will do it regularly. But it will be for the people who will be residents there who can practice it. Or Pure Land Center will be reciting in Buddha's name all year round. Okay? And the Chan Center, I'll teach you certain dharmas that will help you become enlightened a little bit faster, okay, and so forth. And so there'll be 2 types of centers in the future, where the Chan Center will have 100 days Dharma as per the Chinese tradition, and that's something you can carry after I'm dead, and Peter goes with me. If Peter doesn't come with me, forget it, okay? And so after I die, then you won't have someone as big mouth like me anymore. I haven't seen one yet. And so you have to revert back to the Chinese style where you grind it out. Okay, you have to grind it out and follow the schedule. Okay, where you start in the Qi, for example, Chan Qi, you start at 3 in the morning, you finish at 11:50 at night. That's the schedule. You do that, you have pretty good chances of making it. Okay, but we are lax nowadays because of me being around. You don't have anyone to give you the certain teaching, then you have to grind it out. Okay, so this year will be the last year we do a 10-week Chanchi, and next year we have to think again how you're going to distribute it. Okay, and so that people have more choices to go, because instead of forcing you to come to the U.S. only, okay, when we do it like 10 weeks, 11 weeks, okay, and then we do the same amount of work, but different places, so that you have choices, okay? And so basically I'm abandoning trying to bring you to 100 days because not enough people, not good use of our time. We're very busy, okay? We have a lot of work to do. And so last chance. This chance is, the reason that I'm teaching these things, these Dharma, is because of you coming to the temple and trying to practice, okay? Without you, there's no reason for me to speak Dharma at all. I promised myself, when I don't have any more students, I move to Bahamas and have Airbnb there. No, I don't like Airbnbs. Maybe beach bar. I mean, just kidding. Okay. And so we're very busy. Actually, we have so much work. In particular, my interest is to Pure Land Dharma door for me is very simple. The first phase is for you to build up your faith through the practice and through the learning, and then it builds towards. Next step is for you to go to the Pure Land. It's too much talk. The Pure Land Dharma door is very simple. Get there. The Asian didn't tell you that because they weren't sure. They said, I hope you get there. Okay? Get there. Don't take any chances. No. And number 3, you build up your rebirth grade. This is where the Asians really fall short because they don't understand the Pure Land Dharma door yet. You really understand, you want to build your rebirth grade. Anyone? You say, I want to go Pure Land. It's not enough. Pure Land Dharma door never is about going to the Pure Land alone. So when you hear the Asian talk about, I wish the only thing I want out of life is to go to the Pure Land, it's not really the complete Pure Land Dharma door. Okay? Anyway, we still have more work to do the rest of the week. Okay? So, any more questions? If not, we do our great transference. Thank you, everyone.
Hello. Hello, can I?
Yes, dear. You're going to die with me?
Yeah, I would like to.
Who's going to teach the Koreans Chan now?
Sang 스님 maybe will do it. So the lady who asked about dog, I want to verify if she set up the pre-49 day for the dog, would the dog live longer?
No. You never know.
Oh, she want to come here, to the temple. But the dog is in a critical situation. Needs 24/7 care.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of suffering. Poor dog.
Yeah.
So she wants the dog to die sooner, is what she's asking me to help with? Let me get this straight.
Let's talk about it too. Obvious. I don't know. She's not here, but she.
And why do you ask? She didn't ask. Is it you now who's asking? You see what I mean? The traders are your own monks and nuns. They never, lay people, you don't know what's really going on.
Master, you're in the meeting. Remember, she came to see you, and then she.
Of course, I remember.
Her sister's dog.
Yes.
And then because the sister has a newborn baby, she's temporarily taking care of the dog, but the dog is very old.
So?
And the doctor said maybe the doctor will have about 2-3 months to live.
That's what the doctor said. I didn't say that. I would never say things like that. But since you would put words in my mouth, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, anyway, so she came to ask you what to do. So because she want to come to the temple right now, she cannot come to the temple.
It means that she still owes the dog. And the dog is obstructing her. So what she does, if she wants to come, then we do the great compassion repentance every day. All right? Or recite the universal door chapter every day. Hopefully one you will make the dog die sooner. It's not my fault. Okay? It means there's a principle behind it. She wants to come, it's a good thing. She should come and try and give it a try. But she's being stopped. That means it's karmic obstruction. And therefore, she can get help through repentance Dharma doors. Okay? So, I would recommend she does the GCR. Okay, if she gets bored, like do the way we do, and then gets bored, alternate between GCR and in universal door chapter. All right? That's what I would do. Okay, it's sad to hear that the dog is in a lot of pain and suffering a lot right now. Okay, but on the other hand, we can't really say die sooner. We leave it to one in Bodhisattva to decide what's best. Okay? Does it help? Okay. Now, can I ask the young acupuncturist doctor there in JC? Can I ask her a question? How come your aunt has a plantar fasciitis and you don't fix it for her?
어떤 문제 말씀하시는 거죠?
Master, are you talking about her ankle problem?
Yeah. No. The aunt has a Give the microphone. What's the word of that illness? One.
족저근막염.
Can't you do acupuncture to fix it?
침은 몇 번 놔드렸는데, 네.
Master, I tried a few times.
And?
글쎄, 꾸준히 안 나들어서 그런가 별로 이모를 자주 못 봐서 많이 못 나들였어요.
Maybe because I don't see her that often, and maybe it's required to have a consistent treatment. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe, yeah, okay. So, anyway, so how is she doing now? It should be a little bit better now. Xin Kung, Xin An, what's happening? When you ask me for help, I need feedback. Xin An, go ahead.
입도님 많이 좋아지셔서 가끔 결과부자 하실 수 있으시는데 오래 하면 아프시대요. 그리고 올 겨울에 올겨울 선질 때 미국을 가실 계획을 세우고 계시는 걸로 알고 있습니다.
So Ipto improved a lot. She could sit in full lotus, but sometimes when she tries to sit long time, it starts to get hurt. But she's planning to go to winter chanchi in U.S.
Oh no, that's 10 weeks. She's crazy. Okay, thank you. Okay. See you later. Thank you, everyone.